Welcome to Skypodcast,
a Spotify exclusive. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And
We're doing a podcast again at night.
Yeah, because
It's okay. Life gets in the way. Medyo busy. But syempre, hindi talaga natin pwedeng makalimutan ng podcast.
yes, you know what? I was about to say let's skip one episode, but then I remembered the story of who was this friend?
Lisa.
Lisa was telling you na she always regularly listens to the podcast. And every time we miss a podcast, parang naiinis siya.
Now she's like, oh man, what do I listen to now?
Tuesday ngayon, parang they're supposed to upload a podcast.
Yeah.
Bakit wala?
Actually, Slater was just straight from a meeting before we recorded, and we were
Yes.
supposed to record like 3 hours ago. I also came straight from a shoot at a meeting, and I'm sick. So medyo gusto talaga namin magpahinga. Pero guys, he means so much to us. And of course, madaldal kami. So we also love talking and catching up.
Yes. So,
Our topic for today, love.
yeah, may topic ka
Yes,
na. Okay,
I have a
sige,
topic
go.
in mind. I'm not so sure what I'm gonna say about it because medyo hindi ako makaka-relate.
Okay.
Okay? But it's a word that's thrown around a lot now sa mga bata kasi hindi na ako bata.
Wow.
Sky mom and sky dad.
ang dami na talagang, you know, how we felt when our parents were, hindi siya talaga in. Or,
Like, oh, they really don't understand how it is these days.
Oo.
They lived in a different time.
pero ngayon, ang
It's us.
dami ng mga sinasabi ng mga, the math isn't mathing. Mga
Math
ganyan.
isn't mathing. It's giving. Yung
Oo,
mga ganon.
yung mga ganyan.
I bet the kids these days
Or mga
are laughing.
zaddy.
Kids. Or like when we were in Vernice's wedding, and I was like, oh my God, freestyle. Oh my God, bamboo. And then a lot of the Gen Zs now who follow us are like, who are these people?
Oh,
I gotta,
really?
Yeah, they're like, I gotta give them a listen. I'm gonna Google them. I'm like, bamboo.
Oh my God.
He's an icon. He's a classic. Like, ganong level. That's how old we are.
Parang si Yoni lang yun, yung husband ni Cams, na he's from Finland. So, when freestyle was playing, parang excited na kami. And then when bamboo was playing, like, wala na.
Everyone was standing up.
Yeah, we left our tables and we danced there. And then parang,
And
wow,
then,
nag-dance.
And then
si Yoni, nakaupo lang sa table.
It's like, what's
Hindi
going
niya
on?
gets. So,
Can't relate.
and the person beside me is ganyan din from South Africa. So parang in-explain ko sa kanya na parang, ito sila parang Coldplay of of the Philippines. Yung
Yeah.
parang doon niya nagigets na kung gaano ka big deal.
Yeah.
So, pero yun,
That's how we don't relate anymore to the youth. But
Ngayon, mga-
we will try to relate to the youth today with our topic, my love.
mga,
Our topic today is situationships. Oh, actually,
situationship, ano yun, parang spaceship.
it's funny because a lot of people have been asking us to talk about it, but I don't even know what it is. So right before this podcast, I was like, hey, Google, what is a situationship? And Google defines it as, let me get my phone.
Wait,
so I
when
can
you
read
say
it.
a lot of people, what do you mean by saying a lot of people? Like, how do you know that they're asking for this topic?
Oh, because sometimes I do like on my stories what you guys want us to talk about, or sometimes when I meet listeners, they always say like, oh, "Can you talk about this? Can you talk about that?" It's always like that. So, syempre nakikinig kami, guys.
Okay,
Eto,
go.
a situationship. It literally says here, situationship meaning. It's emotionally connected, but without commitment or future planning. The labels boyfriend and girlfriend don't really apply, but it's a way beyond a casual hookup. It includes going on dates, having sex, and building intimacy without a clear objective in mind. Enter situationship. And this is from time.com.
Okay.
So it's legit, okay?
Dinescribe natin.
Another
pero
one,
We're
huh?
basically describing it for ourselves because most likely,
Alam na nila.
alam na nila yun.
Ito pa, isa pang explanation. A situationship is an undefined romantic relationship that exists somewhere between a casual hookup and a committed relationship. So I hear girls always saying all the time, I don't want to be in a situationship with you, or I don't want just a situationship.
Yes, because I feel like
What do you feel like?
parang meron naman yun dati. There were always instances of situationships even in our generation. Pero parang hindi lang dinefine.
Yes.
Parang sinasabi lang natin, parang ang labo niya. Hindi ko gets.
There was even MU.
Oo.
Right? Oh my God, we're so old. I haven't heard that term being used ever.
Oh, MU.
MU. Mutual understanding.
Yes.
That's what it meant.
Or in Cebuano, murag uyab.
Oh yes, my
Yeah,
mom always says that.
Parang kayo, pero hindi kayo.
My mom always says, "Ayo pag MU ha, like don't do MU because it's like you're together but you're not." Something like that.
Oh.
Like murag uyab pero di ay.
Do you think girls are more lugi when it comes to situationships or MU?
Girls are more lugi. I don't think anyone's lugi. I guess the person who's lugi is the person who is more affected by it, or the one who doesn't enjoy it, or the one who's like
Is
the one who doesn't enjoy it, or the one who's
is
asking
not
for
agreeable to
the
it.
one that's not agreeable to it. Yes.
Yes.
Like for example, I have this friend, and
Wow.
she's gonna kill me for putting this up here, but whatever.
Sino to?
So she was telling me that this is happening with a guy that she likes or likes her or which way and the other, and she was telling me that I really don't want a situationship. I don't know if he likes me because he did this, but he also did this, but he did that, and he did that. And I told her, you know what? Just enjoy it. Don't overthink it. I mean, sa phase ng life niya ngayon. That's my advice to her. Enjoy mo lang. If nagpa-flirt siya sa'yo, enjoy mo lang yung flirting. If you enjoy flirting back, then go. But don't also stop your life and overthink it and like, oh my God, ano na. What does this mean when he does this? What does this mean when he does that? And that's when lugi ka, I feel.
Yes, I feel like it's lugi when it's not defined or it's not set na parang ano talaga tayo.
Yeah,
So,
like a
parang-
situationship, nothing's set, right? But if you're asking for something from it, and the other party isn't willing to give it
yes.
yet, then that's when you're lugi.
Or maybe, pwede ba tayong magkaintindihan na nasa situationship tayong dalawa? Pwede ba yun?
I think so.
So parang ganyan.
Yeah, like I'm just dating around. I'm not looking for a serious relationship right now, but I enjoy spending time with you.
But alam mo, I feel like it's an excuse. This whole situationship thing is an excuse for mga players, whether girl or boy.
I don't think it's an excuse. I think it's
It
just a
can
term.
be used as an excuse.
Okay.
Na parang, okay, sige, situationship tayo ah. So parang,
Parang nahirapan ka mag-pronunciate ng situationship lang.
it's very new. It's like this is the first day I've said this. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, okay, in our day, it was MU. Okay, so naiintindihan ko yung situationship.
It's a shit situationship.
Yeah, and it can be a situationship if both parties hindi nag-agree or
Yes.
hindi sila nagkakaintindihan. Let's say, for example, parang, okay, situationship tayo, so I can sleep around or talk to other girls or whatever. It would be unfair if you were expecting something na parang hindi ka in that phase but nag-yes ka lang because you like me a lot.
Yes.
And I think this is the most common and the most dangerous thing about a situationship.
No, I agree because most of the girls that I've spoken to, and syempre girls yung mga nakakausap ko kasi boys don't usually open up about things like this. But I guess it goes both ways, right? You like someone, somebody else likes you, you're flirting back and forth. You're a little bit scared to ask,
Ano ba talaga tayo?
ano ba talaga tayo? Is this something? Are we gonna move forward? Nahihiya ka to ask kasi you don't want naman to be to look desperate or to be that person na, uy, she wants to have that talk. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's a lot of pressure for both parties. So what if the guy will come back to you or the girl and will say na, ano ba, why do you have to define it? Why do you have to ruin it? We're just enjoying it. We see that all the time in movies.
Yes, but the problem is when, like, I always say this. The reason why you're in a relationship is because you see someone growing old with you. So, pag nasa situationship lang kayo, parang yung liking each other is not there yet, siguro. And
For at least for one party, I
at
guess.
least, at the very least for one party.
Yeah.
So, I feel like it always ends up that someone gets hurt because these types of relationship, parang hindi naman kayang let's say, ganito, gauge natin na the flirting stage would be 1 to 3. Tapos, parang level up siya eh. The level. The pinakamababa na level would be flirting pa kayo, and then situationship, and then boyfriend, girlfriend, and then you get married. Parang ganyan. Pero, ang hirap naman na nandun lang kayo sa level na yun, na hindi nag-ramp up, and it's not going anywhere. It's like,
Yeah, and if the other party is thinking, okay, this is gonna progress to the next level,
yeah.
Like for one party, it's like, okay, proceed na tayo to the next level. But for the other party, it's like, no, I'm enjoying the situationship and I'm gonna have this situationship with other people.
Yes.
That's when it's dangerous.
Yeah, but
you don't
parang,
know if ikaw yung other party, di ba? How will you know? Unless
Oo.
mag-uusap kayo.
And what is really the point? If I had a thing with you and then I had a thing with a girl, another girl, and like let's say I had 3 situationships.
Okay.
Parang number 1, wala na ata akong oras for that.
Well, maybe love when you were in your 20s, may oras ka. Diba?
Well, yeah, maybe if that was your only focus in life.
Oh, let's
Kasi
just
parang
say,
ang hirap to
may
maintain a
time
lot
ka.
of relationships. Yeah,
Let's
let's
just
just
say,
say you do. Eventually, you're gonna kind of want to pick someone na
Unless gusto mo maging player, you like that vibe, you like that.
if you want to be a player, then don't even enter the situationship. Like, di ba kasi this description is parang meron na kayong emotional connection and everything, pero
Kasi may naisip akong tao na ganun, yung friend natin.
sino?
Yung paborito nating friend na lagi nating
Pinag-usapan
dito. Oo.
Well, sa kanya naman, it's not a situationship. It's more of like the quick intimacy of like sex and everything, and then
Or like wala lang
done.
talaga siyang pake.
Oh, wala na siya pake.
Like for fun lang talaga.
Oo, or text tayo, tapos communicate, and then parang after this, wala na naman. Like parang hindi naman talaga
madami
siya.
siyang situationships around.
Yeah, situationships, but it's like very played siya.
Yeah. So ang ibig ko lang sabihin, some people are also hardwired to just, like, okay lang sa kanila yun. Like, not all people want to progress to the next level. Like,
Yeah,
and me,
maybe.
Yeah. So I guess that's what a lot of people are dealing with now. Kasi it's so undefined. What do I expect? Where do I go? What's the next phase from here? Do I talk about it? Diba? Do we discuss it? Is this okay even that I'm just in a situationship, or is this a bad thing?
I mean, sa akin, I don't think I've ever been in that, because I'm thinking here, and it's always there's times when you know that the girl likes you and the guy likes you back. Parang ganyan. Parang okay, then parang hindi pa kaya tayo girlfriend boyfriend, pero parang nagde-date na talaga tayo. Parang ganyan. So maybe it's that, but I've always seen it na it's gonna progress to somewhere.
I was gonna say, because your personality is, I guess you're always looking for progression or the next phase. So even with relationships, I don't think kaya mo sa personality mo na stagnant lang.
Maybe I just can't wrap my head around it. Na parang
Like, bakit? Ganun yung...
yes. Okay, like I can imagine like what do situationships last for years, or is this just
Sobrang wala kaming alam.
It's a very tito comment, like does it like I can't imagine it lasting for years.
No, like for example,
I
let's
can't
just
imagine
say,
it lasting for a few months. Kaya.
let's
And
just
I've
say, let's
probably
just
been
say,
there.
let's just say I'm a girl and I love the feeling of guys chasing after me. And so I'll lead, let's say, 3 guys on. Or let's say
Okay.
2 guys on.
Okay.
So mayroon akong situationship with 2 guys. Pero ayoko mag-commit. Kasi once I commit to one, syempre I have to let go of the other.
Yes.
So situationship na lang ako for both.
Okay.
Para ma-maintain yung lagi silang naliligaw sa akin, making me feel good, ganyan-ganyan. O, pwede rin ganun.
Yes, but the feeling, the initial feeling of a new person is, diba, very malaki and like emotionally charged, especially when you're dealing with a new relationship. And eventually, nag-fade siya into something more mature, more substantial. Hindi siya na may maintain talaga, and I think it's impossible to maintain it na flirty-flirty lang siya for
Yeah.
years on end.
Yes.
So that's what I'm having a hard time wrapping
I
my
don't
head
think
around.
it's years. I think it's just basically non-committal people or people afraid of commitment.
Yes.
That's the
yes.
issue. If you guys want to hear the full episode, you can
Check us out on Spotify.
Spotify.